Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or any time you are coming across this wonderful platform, Linda's TV show. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you will be able to know when we upload a new video. What do we do here? We react to all forms of videos. We inform, educate the members of the public about what is happening in the globe, because information, they say, is what? Power. I want to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to pass this information across. At the same time, I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, all the content is here do not in any way intend to preach hate speech, misleading information, violent or instigating war. I don't like war, so I do not promote. I don't like misleading information. I do not promote. I do not like violence. I will never promote it. YouTube, take note of.
You explain to me why Pengassin is collecting all this money, yet they are not improving the lot of their members. Like you rightly mentioned, where was Pengassin when all the refineries were run aground? Have they ever protested against the government for mismanagement of the oil refineries? Have they? This man now that came, a private entrepreneur, all their eyes are there. They are not talking of NNPC and their refinery. They are not. They are not talking of the 210 trillion that was missing under the watch of this NNPC management. They are not. It's all about Dangote refinery, Dangote refinery. This is a man who promised to supply fuel to even Africa. It's not enough for Dangote. I mean for Pengassin.
Okay.
It's all about their own selfish interest. That is all. That's what is the problem here. Nothing else. The workers in the NPC, I mean in the Dangote refinery, did they not come and tell you that you are being maltreated? In fact, they don't even allow us to use the toilet. They don't even allow us to breathe.
But a lot of people feel that there are fears that if Dangote unilaterally decides to hoard that system, that is not a good thing for Nigeria. If nobody is able to check some certain decision he makes, especially in the distribution of petrol. For example, you know how the cement whole industry became, where you had Ibeto Cement, you had Lafarge and Dangote, and before you know, you only had one particular brand of cement in the market, literally obliterating competition. That's the fear a couple of persons have about Dangote. No. That it may be like he has Nigeria's interest at heart. It seems like okay, he's going to cut down the price of petrol at some point, create that sense of competition. But if the other competitors are off the market, then Dangote becomes the sole person that decides how the market runs, and that's dangerous for Nigeria as it stands.
Who created the Dangote in the first place? Was it not the federal government? From the time of I think Shagari or even Buhari, as a military head of state, Dangote was the sole importer of all the Senkos, all the essential commodities, and he was not even paying duties at the port. It's on record. When you are given the sole license to import essential commodities in a country as big as Nigeria, by a particular government, throughout that period, Dangote was enjoying this privilege at the port, and he was not paying duties. He was giving waivers. Who did all that? Federal government of Nigeria. So, why did you wake up now and start talking about monopoly and all that? Were you not the one that created him? Is it not on record? If the federal government is sincere, let them create another Dangote in the southeast and in the southwest. In all the regions, let us have each of the Dangotes. We know how the federal government paid into his refinery. They paid money. They gave him all the privileges to access loan and all that. So what is anybody saying now? Did we not say it when this thing was going on? Why would you now wake up and realize that you made a mistake? You know, in a capitalist environment, this type of thing happens. When Bill Gates wanted to create such a behemoth, which is a soft, the US government said no, you cannot be in charge of your hardware and software. They had to bring, come in to put a stop to it. But in Nigeria, you created it, so all you needed to do, after all, you told us that you have liberalized the oil industry, that anybody can now go and import and sell. Please, instead of you people disturbing Dangote, why not to go and import and sell on your own? Let him be for once. If his fuel is not good to Nigerians, they will boycott it and buy your own. That is the only way you can put him out of business. As to what they are doing now, I don't believe in it, because this union, Esther, this union have not helped Nigeria. The labor union in totality, because this is a segment of the labor union, Pengasin. You know they have two, Pengasin and TUC.
Trade Union Congress.
Good. So why would it be Pengasin that is always agitating for this when their interest is is not favored? Why? What exactly are they doing for their union member? What are they contributing to the oil industry? Let us begin to ask.
Dangote said that the money he pays one of his workers, just the drivers, is more than how much a BSc holder is being given as salary in any company.
Exactly.
That's how well he pays them.
As is a fact. Let them challenge it. Esther, it is a fact. I have told you here. It's not about welfare. Dangote have taken care of the welfare of these workers. It's all about the Pengasin and their greediness. As long as their members are not loaded, they won't be getting that money they are getting. Esther, that's the problem here. Let Nigeria not be deceived. It's all about their own selfish interest. And this money has made the fuel price to rise up. That's what Dangote is trying to avoid. They put in a lot of money on top of what they are buying from him. He has lamented about this thing before, that look, this thing they are selling is not what they are supposed to be selling. That's not how much I give them.
Do you think the market can be opened for others who are interested in establishing refineries like Dangote did?
Did they stop anybody?
Okay.
Did they stop anybody else?
I'm sure you know what Dangote went through, even before the federal government accepted Dangote into the mainstream. You know that Dangote at some point wanted to sell his refinery. That was when he now disclosed about the Malta refinery, how they actually refine our products and resell it to us, and talked about the cabal and the conspiracy and the way that particular unit is being run for certain persons in the country that is not to the benefit of Nigerians.
That is what.
So do you think that system is constructed in such a way that if they don't allow you, they wouldn't allow for competition in the market? Like it's deliberately stunted in that manner,
yes,
so that they continue to profit from it.
Exactly, because this Pengasin, I don't believe that they are acting on their own. It's not possible. Remember that ever since Dangote came on stream, ever since he opened shop, this man has entered into one problem or the other, leading to frustration. At a point, he said they should come and buy the refinery. He's no longer interested. Who was doing all that thing? Who has the money to buy that refinery from Dangote today, if not the federal government? Who has that money to come and say, okay, I want to buy it from you? So the frustration, we all know where it's coming from. I have told you here, as long as a regulator is a player in the same industry, Esther, that industry will never move forward. I'm not joking. I told you here that, look, NCC, that is the communication industry, they are a regulator. They don't have any business. All the network, I didn't see where NCC is owned by one of them. But the NCC regulate the activities. Any ERC, they don't have any disco of their own. They regulate the NEPA people and what they are doing. But how come the same NNPC that's supposed to regulate the oil industry are now even a major player in the same industry? So how do you think things will move forward? Nigerians have left the real question they should be asking.
The situation with the oil sector, the petroleum industry, both the upstream, the downstream, the midstream, the regulator, the party, the players, the distributors, the suppliers. If we begin to unpack the cesspool pool of corruption and the way they have supposedly sunk Nigeria's natural wealth. I don't think we'll be done with several of the topics of interest that we want to discuss today.
A week is not enough.
And the politics involved, the dirty politics
Good.
involved.
So,
Barrister Darlington, Omoyele Sowore said something very recently, and a couple of persons agree and some persons disagree, and it's concerning the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, Omoyele Sowore said that the Southeast leaders are not working hard to ensure that he's released. Others believe that Nnamdi Kanu deserves to be there, that he's the one that brought the disturbance and the insanity in the Southeast. He was too arrogant, too proud, refused to understand how the system is worked on a plate, and he has helped the federal government isolate the Southeast region from development, especially considering what happened after the Civil War. Others believe that Nnamdi Kanu, all the things that he has said is basically what is actually happening now, and that there is really no case against him by the federal government, but deliberately keeping him in custody. There's quite a lot of for and against based on what Omoyele Sowore said, but let's take a listen to him.
They know that Nnamdi Kanu's trial cannot go anywhere. And they know that if it is concluded, it's a problem. If it is not concluded, it is a problem. So they make it an open-ended trial so that it will look as if something is happening. But they are not interested in his trial. They are interested in holding him perpetually until people realize that that's what they are doing. And I realized that a long time ago. The problem is that everybody has become complacent about Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. They have allowed the so-called Southeastern leaders who are deceiving them to say, oh, we are negotiating, we will get this thing resolved, to allow them to calm down the restless people who should get him out. You are not going to get Nnamdi Kanu out of detention by negotiation. It's not possible. Nigeria is holding Nnamdi Kanu to ransom for his unity. The payment they are demanding for is absolute unity and loyalty, regardless of what they are doing to Igbos, yes, or they are doing to other Nigerians. Unless that ransom is paid, and that ransom is Nnamdi, or Nnamdi is rescued from the kidnappers. I think I want to say this because Nnamdi Kanu is my friend, and I've been in this court several times on his behalf. In fact, when I would come to this court in the past, they would attack me physically. I was attacked physically thrice. Just the reason I don't come to court anymore is that a federal high court judge actually gave an order that I cannot attend this trial, this current trial. Yes, he mentioned my name specifically, so I don't want to waste my time coming to court. But to be modern, I think the problem is that everybody has become complacent about Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. They have allowed the so-called Southeastern leaders who are deceiving them to say, oh, we are negotiating, we will get this thing resolved, to allow them to calm down the restless people who should get him out. You are not getting, this is what I should tell you, you are not going to get Nnamdi Kanu out of detention by negotiation. It's not possible. Nigeria is holding Nnamdi Kanu to ransom for his unity. The payment they are demanding for is absolute unity and loyalty, regardless of what they are doing to Igbos, yes, or they are doing to other Nigerians. Unless that ransom is paid, and that ransom is Nnamdi, or Nnamdi is rescued from the kidnappers. Look, all these razzmatazz we are seeing in Nigeria in the courts, Nnamdi Kanu's trial has nothing to do with judges. If the Supreme Court justices decide that Nnamdi Kanu should be freed, he will not be freed. Yes. The DSS will not leave him. True. Because that has happened several times. It's not matter for what they come to do in the courtroom is scripted drama, so that they will give an impression that they know that Nnamdi Kanu's trial cannot go anywhere, and they know that if it is concluded, it's a problem. If it is not concluded, it is a problem. So they make it an open-ended trial so that it will look as if something is happening. But they are not interested in his trial. They are interested in holding him perpetually until people realize that that's what they are doing. And I realized that a long time ago. In fact, when I met Nnamdi Kanu, I used to say, I met him in New York when I was on my way to Nigeria in 2019. At the time I got arrested for Revolution Now. And he was telling me, I've told this story several times, he said, Shore, you are mad. How are you going to Nigeria at this time? They just tried to kill me in my father's house. And they killed 20-something people. I barely escaped. I said to him, and it came to pass, if they need you and they want you wherever you are hiding, they'll come and get you. And that's what they did to him by going to Kenya. They abducted him. Till today, nobody can tell you how Nnamdi Kanu got to Nigeria officially. It was a kidnap, an international kidnap action. And you cannot cure that flaw in his trial. You can't go and kidnap somebody and bring him to court and bring him to trial. But they know what they are doing. So I hope that those who are his supporters and Nigerians who believe in justice will understand that is what he's about.
Barrister Darlington, what's your take on this? So we can go into another line of conversation.
You see, Esther.
Sir?
When the lion is weak or when the lion is sick, the antelope becomes a troublesome predator. You know, with what is going on in the southeast, all manner of people will now be talking down on us as if they are our own champion and our messiah.
Okay.
Which I disagree.
Okay, please buttress.
Good. Showore was released from detention by Tinubu's government. That is the first thing they did when they came into office. True of us. Did he go into full trial? Was it not a Buhari that detained him?
Okay, so what are you insinuating?
So what I'm saying is that all this talk that people are saying this or people are doing this in the southeast, I don't understand.
All this talk that people are doing this and doing this
that like what he was saying.
Okay.
About the southeasterners and whatever.
Okay.
If he was not released the way he was released, will he be talking like this?
So what are you saying? I need to understand where you're driving.
Hold on. What I'm saying is that we don't need such a talk. Because your bread has been buttered. You now feel that other people they are, you know.
I don't understand what are you saying that? Are you discountenancing what he said that certain persons are deliberately not working as they claim to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu is released for any kind of political resolution to be found?
Listen very well, Esther. Listen very well. Are you telling me that everybody in Yoruba land love Showore? When he was released by Tinubu's administration, did he consult with anybody? Did Tinubu ask Yoruba, do you want me to release Showore for you? Like Pontius Pilate did. Did he consult with any Yoruba leader before Showore was released? Answer me. So why is it thought that everybody in the Southeast we are not doing? What does they want us to do? To become area boys and start carrying gun and cutlass and marching to everywhere, shouting and rioting because of Nnamdi Kanu, so that they will not have an excuse. Look at what he said, that Nnamdi Kanu cannot be released by negotiation. So by what? By war. Esther, look at that statement. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be released by negotiation. So by what? Let him tell us.
Well, it cannot be through war, because you saw what is going on with that in the Southeast and it derailed development
Esther,
there.
I asked you a question here. You must answer it, because you are asking me how. Why did he make such a statement? So he's now insinuating, he's now instigating that Igbo should now go to war because of Nnamdi Kanu.
I don't think they're stupid to do that.
But look, ask him what he meant now. So by what? If not by negotiation, what? Tell us. Look, that's why I'm telling you that we are past this stage. We are not stupid. They will not instigate us into another war. They cannot do that. Tomorrow night, he said, I said it, that it cannot be so we should go and fight, Abi, so that Nnamdi Kanu can be released. Is it true? In his own case, did the Yoruba go to war before he was released? Since he's more clever than everybody. Please, I don't like people talking to us like this as if there is nobody in the side. We know better. Esther, we know better. Like I told you, when your bread is buttered, you can feel that God will love only you. If not for Tinubu's government, do you think Buhari would have released Showore? Tell me the truth.
But if this is the line of thought you're coming with, Barrister Darlington, Shure has called this government all manner of things that even others are even saying Peter Obi had dared not.
Please, Esther.
That Peter Obi cannot. They're even saying he's more brazen, more bolder than the opposition. Not just Peter Obi, even Atiku Abubakar and other opposition political parties.
Esther, please.
He says what those ones cannot say. So how do you see him as somebody who is supposedly trying to instigate, working for the government?
Let any other person from the southeast say the same thing Shure is saying about Tinubu, and let us see the difference. Esther, let any other person from the southeast say all the things Shure have done under Tinubu's administration, and let me see whether that person will go free.
You're saying that he...
No, is it not true?
Is it not true? His ethnicity is his immunity.
I don't know, but I'm telling you that, like I used to tell you, when a lizard is dancing in the rain, a rat should not go and join that lizard and be dancing in the rain, no. Because at the end of the day, that rain, whenever it stops, the rat will just shake it off and move on. But because of the nature of the rat, it will go and stay one place for 2-3 days before that rain will drop. The drench will dry on his body. I have been saying this. So all these things that Shure is doing, let him be sincere. That if not that Tinubu is the person in the saddle, and that he has been given some unnecessary privilege, will he be talking like this and get away with it? So didn't Buhari put him in detention? How come it was the Tinubu that released him without trial? Without trial? Without trial, oh. So please, they should not deceive us. We know better. Let any other person try it. All the names you have been calling everybody, from IGP to Tinubu and not. Let anybody try it. And see what will happen. DSS will now do their job. They will now be asking, why did you call somebody a criminal? Who court called him a criminal? Who told you to say that? No, ask me, Esther. They were even begging him to remove the tweet. Oh, hey, God Almighty. They were, Bayo no longer had to write to him, begging him to remove the tweet. Esther, and you are telling me, do I look like a fool to you? So I should now join him and be shouting and be calling people so that they will say, yeah, we are agitating. It's instigation. They are instigating you to war. That is it. They are instigating you to war. We cannot do it by negotiation. So we'll do it by what? Let him explain how we are going to do it.
Barrister Darlington,
please.
Insecurity seems to be thriving daily, despite the president issuing having a meeting with the security operatives and telling them to do what is needed to ensure that banditry and terrorism stop. Kwara State is now the new haven. They're coming brazenly in broad daylight. They've killed an APC chieftain. They killed vigilantes. They ransacked the community. And it's quite unfortunate because we would have expected an uproar calling out the government that it seems Kwara is a new Benue, especially by supporters of this administration. Pat Utomi and a couple of others feel that this administration supporters, that the enablers of the cesspool of corruption ongoing, the impunity ongoing, because they support anything that goes on in this administration without questioning anything at all. Kwara is seriously in trouble as it stands, and the federal government has really not told us anything. The security operatives, especially the Nigerian Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Defense Staff, or Air Force, none has said anything. Something happened recently in Kwara where they said that a helicopter was sighted before the mayhem was perpetrated in the community, where 12 persons were killed at an instant, and that these helicopters dropped these persons in the community before the mayhem occurred. While that was ongoing, what a lot of Nigerian youths were talking about on social media was lambasting and cursing out opposition political party members because of an innocent tweet that was done by Peter Obi. Now, based on that particular reaction, a couple of persons have said that Peter Obi's response by apologizing was pandering to. He ought not to have done that. They say he ought not to have responded. It means that he's weak. He cannot take half of what the administration takes every day by criticisms both from supporters and those who are against the government that President Tinubu takes a lot of insults from those who don't like him and those who don't support his administration. And then just one day of people criticizing his tweet, Peter Obi folded by going to Panda and apologize. Now, a broadcaster and a radio station owner went as well in Ibadan to supposedly twist the narrative by making it seem like he denigrated their culture, despite Peter Obi going to Ibadan 2 days before the official coronation to greet with the Oba, to greet with the king. In contrast or in similarity, what do you think is a priority of this country by their citizens?
Esther, yeah, God Almighty. You see this thing they call culture. Most culture in Nigeria has been bastardized. It is no longer what it used to be.
Okay.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Explain.
This thing they choose what to pander with whenever it suits them. Yes. Please, what was the insult in that greeting of calling him my elder brother?
He said he's older than him.
Didn't you hear me? Did the Peter Obi put elder brother? Did he put it there?
The first tweet was my brother. Then
really?
The second one in terms of apology was elder brother. But what they were saying is that he and the Olubado, they're not mates, and that for someone who is aspiring for office, he ought to understand the important etiquette of cultural values to certain ethnic groups, considering the fact that you be a president to all ethnic groups. They now brought out a tweet of what he tweeted about the Obi of Onitsha, whom he called his father, his dear father, and someone he considers to be not just a brother but a father figure. So if he could do that with the Obi of Onitsha, why not give that kind of honor to the Olubado?
Anyway, you know why I'm going to water this down. It's because the Olu of Ibadan just came into office. I don't think he's interested in this shenanigans.
No, he's a very peaceful man.
I am telling you,
an amazing, fantastic
that was
man.
why his coronation was fantastic.
It was beautiful, Did you watch it?
You see,
it was.
Yes, my own advice now is
was grand.
The Kabiyesi. Have you asked yourself why such a revered Oba is called Olu of Ibadan? It's not an Oba. There is a history behind it. Go and check.
Olu Ibadan of Ibadan.
Yes, Olu. Yes, Olu. They don't call them Oba. Yes, there's a history, and I don't want to go into it here.
Okay.
I know it very well. The question is, this man that came to rule peacefully, you can see. They have started to poison his mind against certain people all of a sudden.
Who are they poisoning?
The thing that they are talking about Obi, I'm sure that the Olu of Ibadan cannot even.
I don't even think he's bothered.
I'm telling you, he will not be bothered. But look at what they are trying to make a mountain out of a molehill.
No, what followed that beautiful grand gesture of the coronation is how they decided to taint it with this political narrative.
Is that not what I'm telling you here? And by doing that, they are not trying to poison the mind of the man against a certain people and against a certain man.
He's not that kind of person.
What now? But when the one in Lagos here said what he said about the Igbos, they kept quiet.
Barrister, the one in Lagos apologized.
Really?
He apologized.
Esther, let me cut your leg with cutlass and tell you sorry. Did you hear me? Let me cut your leg now with cutlass and tell you, Esther, I'm sorry to have done that. Sorry, you hear? Sorry. Really? Is it the first, second, or third time they are doing it? When have the Igbos reacted? When have we reacted? Our own Igwes and do they respect them? They don't. But we didn't bother. We didn't mind. Even when that thing was said against, we still went to go and beg the Oba of Lagos. Are you aware? The Igbo elders, they still went to go and beg him for people who don't respect king. Can you imagine? After insulting us, we still went to go and beg. Nobody remembered all those things. How peaceful we are. Every little thing, they magnify it. To magnify it. Meanwhile, they can't even tolerate 1/4 of what we have tolerated. Every little thing, they make it look as if heaven want to fall. You can imagine the kind of people we are talking about here. And these people, that's why I'm saying that the men Yorubas, the men elders, the men responsible ones, what are they doing? They should be talking to these people who are causing this problem.
There are many. There are many. How many of them do you think they should speak?
No, okay, so until they drown everybody into needless war, no, hold on, Esther. Until these people now succeed in what they want to do, is that when they will now talk? Answer me now. They should be talking. Bring out a press conference and all that. The leadership, political leadership among them, they should be talking. These are the people that should run the, but when they keep quiet, I will not believe that, okay, these are the people that send them. That's why they kept quiet. Of course. What do you want me to believe? Every little thing, things that are really unnecessary. The contributions and the peaceful nature of the Igbo man in the Southwest, nobody talks about it, Esther. I have never heard them talk about the goodwill the Igbos have demonstrated in Lagos and in the South. They don't talk about it. But when one rascal, one person, have a disagreement with somebody from the Southwest, you will see how they will say, you want to take over our land. You see what they are fighting. Yes. You now ask yourself, what is going on? You mean nobody in the Southeast came from Yoruba land? How many times have you had any quarrel over there that Igbos and Yorubas are quarreling in the Southeast? How many times? Esther, how many times? Can you tell me? You see why we are highlighting this? So that those people will know that we know what they are doing. It's unfortunate. You cannot claim to have gone to school, you are civilized, yet I can't see school in you. You can't see school in you. These things are reserved for, illiterate, people who are not informed, who crude. That's what they behave. But you cannot tell me that with all the civility, that school started here in the South, the first school was somewhere in Badagry or so. You saw the white man first with all those things. It's not reflected. But in this age and time.
Don't you think all this is politically sponsored?
Okay, hold on. If it is what, then how can you not tell me that you are more political than me? You are not knowledgeable about politics than me. Because I hear people say the Yorubas know politics more than the even God. Is this how politics is being played, Esther? Hold on. Is this how God played? I mean, how politics is played in a civilized environment? Tell me. Since you know, is that how things should be done? Even if it's one or two persons that's causing this problem, why not call them to order? Why not call them to order before they destroy everything? Your beautiful culture is being tainted. Now, Oro that is revered have come into politics.
That's what I wanted to ask you. How politics has adulterated the efficacy and sacredness of our traditional rights.
Good. That is why I'm asking the people, the traditional, the custodian of this. What are they doing? That Oro will now come out in the daytime because of politics. Somebody want to campaign. You say for that reason, Oro should come out so that the campaign will not go on, and people are watching. Tomorrow now you come and say, how do you destroy your culture? Meanwhile, you are the one destroying it. Esther, do you see what I'm saying here? When did Oro start coming out in the daytime? Tell me. The traditional custodian of this traditional culture, where are they? This is happening in their very eyes. Yet nobody said anything. They kept quiet. They kept quiet. So when you have messed up this culture now, whom are you going to blame at the end of the day? When? Who? No, tell me, whom are you going to blame? You will not come and say, we didn't know, it was politics. All those things is all about politics. I say, are you serious? Can you eat your cake and have it?
Do you think Peter Obi panders? Do you think he has a spine?
It's good he apologized, Esther. No, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Yes, it's good. It's good. He apologized. Maybe he didn't address the Olu Ibadan very well. Yeah, he addressed him properly so that there'll be peace. He did. It's okay. But when their own brother or whoever or any of their people contravene the same thing anywhere in Nigeria, I hope they will raise up eyebrow like this.
Well, they did when Shiwore called the president a criminal. They did. They called Shiwore out, and they're even asking for him to be arrested by the DSS.
Please let me hear.
Shiwore has also said that Wike is threatening his life.
Please leave all those ones. They know what they are doing. Don't leave that one. We are talking of people that are not even politically aligned.
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's look at insecurity. I told you Abdulrazak Abdurrahman is mourning the killing of no fewer than 12 persons, including the Bale of Ogbayo. During a Sunday morning, gunmen attacked Okeode community in Ifelodun local government area of the state. This is followed the confirmation of the attack by the State Police Command, and the public relations officer there, SP Adetu Ejirademi, said operatives of the command and personnel of the National Forest Security Service swiftly responded to distress calls. But that's not the only thing that took place. An Arise TV young presenter, her name is Crystal Madwago. She was killed in Abuja during a robbery. She's just 29 years old. Very beautiful, lovely young lady. I'm sure you'd have seen her on television on one or two occasions. And her death was actually quite shocking. Her untimely death is actually something that put the voice of a lot of Nigerians out there. How do we tackle insecurity? In your home, you're not safe. You are working, you're not safe. You're on the road, you're not safe. You're in your place of business, you're not safe. How do we tackle this? What is there an agreement somewhere between the defense, with the Air Force, the Nigerian military, with the security apparatus, and this terrorists? I want to understand why we're not seeing a decisive stance in clearing out terrorists. Barrister Darlington, they're not bandits. These guys are killing swiftly daily. Every day you come to the news, you open the news to read, you see one attack or the other. It's happening in broad daylight. They're not afraid of doing what they're doing. So my question is this: is it that they don't know who these individuals are? They don't know who is supplying them weapons. Is this a conspiracy? Others say that the killings and the resurgence of insecurity is politically motivated ahead of 2027. Okay, who is this politics against? If the president is working and doing well for them, giving them all that they need, so what else do they need by the continuation of this insecurity across the country? Others believe that it was the APC that introduced this, but Boko Haram was already in existence during the period of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, and it seems to have skyrocketed up until now. So my question is, why is there no decisive action to clear these guys out? Who is using these individuals? And the names that were submitted by the United Arab Emirates, if the Nigerian defense, the Nigerian military, and the Nigerian Air Force, and all the security apparatus are serious in disgracing these individuals, why haven't they brought out their names? Why haven't they commenced any form of prosecution against those guys? What is the collaboration with those guys and the federal government that the souls of Nigerians are being paid for some certain person sitting down in their home playing chess with the lives of Nigerians?
Esther, were you not here when one Kawo Baraje came to tell you how they imported these terrorists? Is it not on record? Openly before the cameras. Were you not here when El-Rufai told you how he took our taxpayers' money to go and pay them somewhere in the Sahel? Or were you not here when Buhari opened our border and say anybody that has $200 is free to enter Nigeria and will be given a visa at the point of entry? Who was he recruiting? Who is that person that will come into Nigeria through the border? Is it the Igbos? No, look at it yourself. I have not told you how these people came in and who were behind them. They know. It's no longer hidden. Esther, were you not here when some northern leaders are hobnobbing and dining and whining with the terrorists? And they will come and tell us that we better agree with what they are saying or there will be no peace in Nigeria. Alik Shegumi said it severally. True or false? Just recently, 3 of them went to go and visit Toju Bello in his kingdom. And after whining and dining, the man said, "Oh, thank you for coming. You see, your visit cannot be in vain. You know, you see this gun, take some, go and give your government. You see these people, they are no longer useful to me. Take them." Is
this an attack against the government? I want to understand. Is this an attack against the government?
Which government?
The government of the day, of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. People think that is politically motivated.
Hold on, Esther. I'm just telling you here. Under whose watch did these terrorists even come? Who brought them here? Was it not a political party that wanted power at all costs? They said it openly now.
Boko Haram was on since Obasanjo. After Obasanjo did what he did to Yusuf, they came on again during Jonathan's period. it was towards the end that towards the end of Jonathan's administration during the 2015 general elections that we saw massive persons infiltrating the country from the Sahel.
So now, what are you now arguing? No, you now know how they came in here and who brought them. So what is the argument here now? Please, the people that brought them, they are finding it difficult to ask them to go back. That is the issue. When the first Abuja Kaduna train bombing happened, remember the message they sent through that BOI, Bank of Industry managing director. They sent a message through him, which was all over the place. They said that the territory and the country called Nigeria should be given to them as agreed.
All right.
They had an agreement with them. That's why they are finding it difficult to renege on that agreement.
They had an agreement with them.
Yeah, they said it through the Mamu, that media aide to Sheikh Gumi. This is the public domain. You are still asking question. The question now you are now the question now Nigerians should be asking APC. Why did you bring terrorists into Nigeria because you want power? Or were you not aware that they brought these people to fight for them in case Jonathan renege to hand over? Is it not on record? Buhari said that he was even surprised that Jonathan had to surrender. He said it, that he was surprised when Jonathan conceded power.
So
with all these things, were you not here in this country when elder statesmen sued Buhari to court for being the arrowhead of insecurity in Nigeria? They sued him for 50 billion. It did not happen in this country. So who will come out today and be asking, how did this thing happen? Who did it? Who brought it? You and I know. Meanwhile, these same people are looking for a way to get into power. And because of your gullibility over here, nobody is looking at this particular issue.
President, let's take a very short break.
I was thinking they would tell the North.
And then when we return, we'll continue with the you possibly criticize the person. You're seen as an enemy. You're seen as a hater. You're seen as somebody who is a bigot. But if you choose to supposedly support the same person and anything the person does that is wrong, you're blind to it. So how did this happen and how do we stop it? How do we ensure that the conversation we're having is how to move Nigeria forward? Development is not something that is considered a priority. Insecurity is bedeviling us. Our education sector seriously needs an overhauling. In terms of infrastructure, even if the government of the day says they want to prioritize in it, we're derailing in that. The health sector, nothing is working. No employment opportunities. Our youth are literally looking for jobs every day. The government promises something, but the reality is not what is being seen. And this has been an endemic problem, not just with this administration, but with administrations before. And as it stands now, because the 2027 election is what everyone is focusing on, the money is being hoarded, the money is not circulating, and the persons, especially at below the ladder, are actually feeling the brunt. So how do we create a sense of harmonization, not destabilize the policy, remove the acidity and the toxicity, so Nigerians can understand that they have no choice but to work together?
The rise and fall of any government is the personalities involved. Esther, is it not men that create war where there should be none in the first place? Both the First and the Second World War, was it not human beings that created it, that funded it, that championed it, until the world realized where he was going and stopped him? So whatever you are saying now is orchestrated by individuals who are too selfish. As far as they are concerned, politics is about violence. That is their own brand of politics, and there is nothing you can do about it. Then secondly, you know something happened in the Bible which most people are neglecting. When Cain killed his brother Abel, God placed a curse on him. God placed a serious curse and said he should be wandering all over the world, and that anybody that kills him he will equally curse anybody that kill him. So do you think that Cain did not go about to searing children all over the spread and spreading them along the line? That was one mistake God made. because the cause of murder is still with that Cain and his lineage. And some unfortunate ladies may have fallen in love with them and they have produced children of their kind.
You say unfortunate ladies?
Of course, how would they know that this seed came from Cain and who is carrying a curse of God? Did anybody remove that curse? The worst thing that can happen to a people is to be under a curse. And nobody has removed that curse. Seriously. Whatever they do, that curse will play a role in that particular affair. No, don't joke about. Go and check in the Bible. Everything that was said about a particular people is happening till today, till tomorrow. Nothing can change it. So most times people neglect some of these important factors in our life. The Americans, I told you their story, they realized their own and they went to do amendment with the Red Indians, the remaining ones. That was why their president stopped dying violent deaths. In fact, that was what even saved Donald Trump. They would have gotten him. I'm not joking. So when people refuse to learn from history, my dear, they will repeat history. Something happened in Warri. Immediately the president Olu of Warri was installed. The following day, he removed an ancient curse that was placed on the people of Warri. And he was aware of this thing. He removed it. But here, when we make reference, they say, hey, why should you say that? But the thing is haunting all of us. Two of us. Esther. The major political problem we have had in this country, where did it come from? And it's still coming from up to today. Where did it come from? No, answer me. Where did it come from? Who caused it? Let us continue to pretend. You know what even beats me? You cannot put your problem on my head. It will not stand. No matter how you deceive yourself, no matter how you are wasting your time trying to be what you are not. Meanwhile, we know better. That is the truth. Go back to your root. Go back to the drawing board. Go and see. Go and check. Why can you continue to pretend and deceive people? When you know the truth about yourself and what you represent and what you stand for, you don't want people to say it, but you know the truth. Right. Look, denying the truth does not mean that it does not exist. I hope you know.
And
from generation to generation,
how do we resolve this? Yes, it feels like this whole thing is a politically motivated move. It seems state sponsored because we heard that some people pay these people money to push this agenda, on social media or across the algorithm. Unfortunately, some people are cashing out, but some people are genuinely following the narrative they are putting out there. Some people who don't even know what the purpose is are literally just buying into it, like exuding the hate or the acidity or the toxicity. They don't even know that it's an agenda deliberately being festered, for political reasons. Okay,
Esther,
go ahead.
Do you know that what Jonathan did in 2015? There are certain people in this country, they will never do it.
Obviously,
are you aware?
Obviously.
They will never do it. For what? They will say it is out of cowardice. Why should you be afraid? Why do you want to give up? Kiniko. But Jonathan did what? He saw, even though there are grounds to challenge that election result. Is that not true? Even what happened to P2B in 2023, clear evidence is there. We saw it. Everybody saw it. Thank God today now they are confessing to what they did. I know people in this country, because of where they come from, what they will never agree. Esther, Nigeria would rather burn than for them to agree. What does that tell you?
Barrister, finally, we need to open the phone lines. The African Democratic Congress has urged Atiku Abubakar, former secretary to the government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal, and other prominent figures to register their respective wards before the end of this year. The National Publicity Secretary of the ADC, Bolaji Abdulhaili, recently reaffirmed the caucus's resolution that all coalition members resign from their current political parties and register fully with the ADC. So Peter Obi is yet to register with the ADC. Atiku has left PDP. He was supposed to collect his membership card. I don't know what happened. They stalled at that ceremony, as well as Baba Chilawal. Now, for Peter Obi, there are fears that the ADC may not really consider him as a presidential candidate and he's consulting. Very recently, he was given an ultimatum. However, Peter Obi has responded that after the Anambra governorship election, then he'll become fully integrated into the ADC. A couple of people think that Peter Obi should not run in the ADC. He should possibly see how he can work and ensure that the Labour Party is stabilized. Other people feel that as it stands, Peter Obi may not even have a chance, but he rather backs Jonathan or backs Atiku one way or the other. But with what is currently at play, the ADC is saying that they need to set their house on track. Those who have not gotten their membership card cannot continue to make decisions in the party when they haven't gotten their membership card. So what's your take on this?
Yes, I remember when ADC people were complaining that they have not been integrated. Some people from, I do not CPC, the Labour Party, they were complaining that they have not been integrated into ADC.
Is the obedient movement?
Yes. And I was asking yourself, your principal, has he entered into that party? He's the one that wouldn't champion the cause. Look at my people, they have not gotten anything. Did I not say it here? You know, Esther, I am really reluctant to say things, so I'm not joking. Because the last time I said things, you saw the reaction.
Barrister, so how come it got to this issue and you're now reluctant? But you cannot be reluctant to discuss other issues.
Because this particular one now, you saw what panned out, as if you don't know, Abi. You didn't see what happened.
What happened?
I'm now looking at them, those who claim that they know better, to now champion this cause and let us see results. That's what I'm saying. Because I have told you several that there are certain things that should be done that is not being done, even as of today. It's not being done. And we are not talking of village council meeting or village leadership. We are talking of Nigeria. There are things that ought to have been done by now. Consolidate your position and all that. We are not seeing that. But I keep hearing it is part of the strategy. I said, okay, let me now keep quiet and watch this strategy come to light. Is there anything wrong with that? No, did I say anything wrong? Let us allow them now so that they strategize properly, so that my opinion will not derail them according to those who were attacking me that time. I prefer to, is it Fifth Amendment, Abi? I plead the Fifth Amendment.
Barrister, are you the fear?
Fear who?
Who?
Fear who?
Barrister.
Fear who?
Barrister Darlington.
Who are you?
You dey give water. You know what collect water.
Collect from who? Am I contesting election? Am I contesting election?
Barrister Darlington. Okay, let's take your reactions, please. I beg you, let your comments be clean. No defamation, no abuse. Do not abuse or insult anybody. Please don't insult the president. Don't insult anybody. Don't insult any ethnic group. Just logically pass across your reaction or criticism on recommendation to the conversations that we have had. If you do that, I will cut you off. That's very true. We don't do toxicity here. We're not acidic set of persons here. If your mindset is bitter, I beg you, please go to the altar of Jesus Christ and let him help your life. That's what I'm going to say for now. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. That is the WhatsApp number to send your WhatsApp messages to. All right. Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Hello. Good evening.
First call on the program. How are you, sir?
Thank you. Esther Chidemma Wachuku. Emphasis on Chidemma.
Go ahead, sir.
I had her yesterday and I took it down.
Thank you.
So whenever I call you, you always remember that name. Chidemma.
Okay.
My name is Peter Usipo. I'm calling from Happene.
Okay, welcome, sir.
I did your guest good evening too.
Barrister Darlington.
I'm greeting you, sir.
Well done.
It's your friend that is greeting you. I agree with you on the point you have made today, especially on Showore. You know, telling us about Nnamdi Kanu, advising us on what to do, or the Hebrews on what, saying something anyway, but he did not give the actual advice. And you ask him, so what type of advice does he want from the section of Nigeria that is advising him? You should be specific, instead of going around the push, that or that. Then, as for the last one, that's I've forgotten now. Okay, let me give others a chance to talk. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Peter, for calling. Thank you. 08036929933. 08036929933. Hello, good evening.
Hello,
good evening, sir. Welcome. What's your name,
good
sir?
Good evening. My name is James Agassi. I'm calling from Agadagu, Badagry.
Oh, wow. Welcome, sir. Go ahead.
There's something I want to say about Showore, Sometimes, there's some things when somebody says something. I got your idea, but sometimes when somebody talks, even if it's your enemy, you reason the way he talks, maybe it may be true. I'm reasoning Showore that he's saying the right thing. I do agree with your analysis anyway. You are my person. But for this one now, for Showore, we should check it for what said by our Igbo politicians. I'm seeing him that what he's saying is right. Because if they are doing things well, the way it's supposed to be, our brother is not supposed to be there. For my own thinking, that's what I want to say, sir. Yeah, thank you and God bless you all. Yeah.
Thank you very much. But Barrister Darlington, do you think that the reason is because of some certain things that transpired at the time when Nnamdi Kanu was around, where he has a lot of following? He established a security outfit even without the consent of the state governors. He refused to dialogue. A couple of people think he was too arrogant.
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.